Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Papa Omega, and the French Republic. So, in the last episode we ended with finishing the focus called... it wasn't the rearmament, it was Review Military Strategies, which gives us an event, a great power in name only. So today let's look at it as a start. France is not what she used to be. The Great War has left deep scars on our country that have yet to fully heal. Hitler's Germany is now outcompeting us in nearly every category. Their economy is double our own and is growing rapidly. They also have doubled our manpower reserves and their weapons are more advanced than our own. Our Grand Army is still one of the best in Europe, but it is quickly being eclipsed by the rising power of Germany. Most of our equipment is left over from the Great War, and our nation lacks modern tanks. Our air force is sizable but entirely obsolete. Most of our planes are old biplanes from decades past. Our efforts to design and build modern aircraft have thus far been laughably unsuccessful. Our navy, once considered one of the best in the world, is now second-rate at best. We are currently completely reliant on Britain's Royal Navy in the case that a war breaks out. Our nation may look strong on paper, but in practice we are dangerously weak. We must navigate the oncoming political crises and rearm our nation as best as we can with the time we have left. Nonsense. Surely our nation isn't that weak. Well, we'll try to make it better, but I can't do more than the game allows me to. Anyway, with that we have gotten 12, we had 15 experience points gained. We had slightly over 5, and we now have 20.67. Now this is important because we do want to get started working on the doctrines, but going with this infantry tank artillery coordination without spending army experience is just insane. However, it's still going to take 120 days, and we have no designated slot for it. We can only use the all-purpose slots, which isn't great, I'm not gonna lie. So the question is, the slots that we have opened here, or that we will open here, will they help? This one gives industry, raw materials, electronics, and nuclear techs, so no. This one also doesn't give doctorates, but it's an otherwise all-purpose one. And we really don't have anything else than production project. Is there anything here? No. Colonial Research Treaty. Oh, here's a one. Deal with the German threat. Further days, a little entente. But it requires to be 1948. I remember that one. And then we would get the doctrine one. Okay. But, I mean, it's 26th of December. So we could grab this one and start working on the doctrines, because they are, believe it or not, fairly fundamental and make up for most of the difference between the armies. This one itself is a World War I relic, but it will give us quite a lot of boosts to our tanks. And then we can start with the World War II doctrines, where trench warfare, for example, the entrenchment of plus 10 and plus 25% speed and pillbox construction and then infantry defense, these are absolutely crucial. I mean, this one is going to be rough, and so with this one, Jesus Christ, 100 army experience. Oh, but we can just leave it running. And the methodical battle doctrine, and just house of planning, speed. Okay, organization is pretty good, but 700... Wow, they actually went... I like it. I kind of like it, because the doctrines, you could burn through them really quickly. And here, even if you spend the army experience, it's still going to take quite some time. You know, all in all, I actually like that idea. That's not bad, because, you know, I That was one of the tech trees where I actually quickly ran out of things to research. So yeah, I do not actually hate it. Oh, still, it doesn't change anything for us. Okay, so what's our plan now? We could go deal with the enemy threat, but the Entente is available for us on 1st of January 1938, so we could get this treaty now. And it also helps. Oh, it helps with electronics. Oh, that's another thing that I actually wanted to do. I was looking at our tanks, and the electronics are something that I would like to get because this allows us to get radio equipment in our tanks, and then we can start equipping our infantry with it as well, which is pretty good. I would like to not repeat the mistake of France that it did not have enough radios in field. You are tempting me, but infrastructure effort and this research grant is... And you can also do industry and electronics. And you need only the research grants. So this will allow us to get... Okay, so you know what? We're going to finish these 3 and then we're going to turn to that because that is more important. So let's start with the infrastructure effort. Improvements in the infrastructure in our northern states will boost our economy as well as allow our troops to more quickly move through Belgium in the event of another war with Germany. Now, last calculation, this is 50 days, this is 30 days, so that's 80, and another 30, that's 110. And then here we have 30, so it's 140, and the weather Entente is another 40, it's 170. And then 50, 170, 220. So that's going to give us additional 22 army experience points. The reason why I'm asking is that we need to redesign the tank, the heavy tank that we have. So if this will allow us to get it in time. So infrastructure effort. And let's have a look at the tank. We are currently using the B1. I'm going to just take a screenshot of it so that we can copy it. Okay. No, I don't want to hear that. And here we have the B1 BICE chassis, which is an upgraded one. So the B1 BICE, let's give it what we need. Okay, so you're gonna get the Commander Cupola, the whole machine gun. Okay, this one is the best, 7.5mm Mach mile. No radio, remember, no radio, which sucks. But you got what? Get a balanced coverage. Okay. This should be an upgrade to the one that we had. It had a 45mm armor, really? Okay, let's keep it there, but that's something that we might want to upgrade. It had an enclosed cast. Maybe we would want to do a welded one. Does that lower reliability? No, it increases reliability actually. Okay. No, let's just do it the way it has been done, and we'll see about it. Okay, so it was riveted, and I know that this is actually one thing that they changed for the B1 base. It started to be a cast armor, so we'll look if we can change that. Okay, B1 improved turret powered. You were partially sloped. It was using the differential rear drive. Wait, this one or the other one? No, this one. Not the clutch brake rear, but this one. Okay. Standard gearbox. It was using the... I guess maybe the leaf... No, the coil... I guess the reliability. That would be coil spring. Okay, nothing over here. We will use the better machine gun. Now the engine, it was using the 275 gasoline engine, right? Yeah, 275 gasoline. And the cannon was the 47mm, which was actually an excellent gun, much better than the Germans had at the time. So, and we can use a hull machine gun, the 7.5mm Hotchkiss. But the hull cannon. Oh, that one would be better. And I think it was actually this one, 75mm. Okay. We need ergonomics, which we had standard, and the standard construction. So the difference is, let me just move the window here. So the soft attack was 16, now it's 18.8. Hard attack was 7.4, now it's 10.96. Piercing was piercing was 14.67, now it's 18.67. Hardness is the same, armor is the same. Breakthrough was 18.98, we got 19.69, and defense was 9.8, and we got 10.23. Speed was slightly higher, and reliability was 6 points lower. So now what can we do with this tank? Well, the production cost here is 27.66, and we have 27.14, so it's only slightly more expensive. Now if we change the riveted to cast, or the welded one, cost steel to produce. If we took the welded one, we would dramatically improve everything for us, even the reliability. But it's gonna dramatically increase, it's gonna increase the cost. Okay, so let's go with welded one. And we had the cast, and if we go with welded, that's further going to improve everything for us. But it's even further going to increase the cost. But I think that while we're at it, we can just go all in. And now the tank is faster. It has 8 points higher reliability. Soft attack is 3.02 higher. Hard attack is 4 points higher. Piercing is 4.2 higher. Hardness is actually 3 points higher. Armor is 4.2 higher. Breakthrough is 1.5 points higher, and defense is also higher. So this tank is now much better. But it costs 16. But I think we calculated that we're gonna get enough, won't we? 22, and if we just put in another 3 days, yeah, and we might get some from sending volunteers to Spain. So the B1 BICE is going to be our next tank. So let's design it and switch the production from the B1 to the B1 BICE. We were producing 2.41 per month, and now we're gonna produce 1.64 per month, and we need to upgrade 200 of them. But yeah, this tank is the one that I mentioned was able to take 13 Panzer IIIs and still return back home safely. So an amazing piece of equipment. Okay, so how are we doing here? We're having an issue with coal imports, I think. So let's leave the game to recalculate. Yep, it did. And now we are fine. Okay. So that's good. If we imported more coal, we could export more steel. But we're doing good. Outdated equipment in production, that's fine. Decisions. Here we go. Send volunteers. Yeah, I'm bleeding on manpower, but it's worth the army experience, considering we can't really join the fight ourselves. Now, do we see? Yep. Okay, we have a better number now. So we have 242 civilian factories. They got actually not that many more. That's interesting. Militarily, we got 74 factories, and they got about 140. So we can call it double. That's not good. Army. They got roughly 900,000 men in service. We got 886. We got more divisions though. So that divisions are most likely stronger. But they're all also located in Europe. They have no colonial domain, which limits us greatly, as we do, of course. It's gonna be hell upgrading our tanks once we can, but we'll have to do it. So you guys are drilling, right? All of you. Yep. Good, that's important. I like the fact that we are upgrading our Air Force, even if slowly, but we're getting still a couple of airplanes every month, which is great. The interceptors we are now researching, aren't we? Yeah, that's an interceptor. Yugoslavian fighter competition. The Yugoslavian Air Force is currently holding trials for a new light fighter. According to our air attaché, our newest model is poised to win. A formal request from the Yugoslavian government is expected shortly. Representatives of the manufacturer are strongly in favor of the sale, and there are national security concerns about selling our most modern equipment to a foreign country. Should we permit the sale to go through? Absolutely. So they get 20 air experience and we get free license when dealing with Kingdom of Yugoslavia. What is a free license? Is that we can import it? No, I don't see a reason. Oh, we gained 20 air experience. Okay, well that's even better. I would really like to get some of these. Yeah, centralized control would be great, to be quite honest. That one would be great. I'm also really happy that we have now covered the infantry equipment, the field uniforms, and the support equipment. And we'll have the recon done soon as well, and then the anti-tank. I think that, I mean, considering the production efficiency is even going to further increase very soon, in 7 days actually, by 10, and we're gonna get the dispersed industry in 94 days. When you look at the numbers of in less than a year we'll have enough infantry equipment. In a year we'll have field uniforms, but that's gonna be faster. And support equipment, yep, that's gonna be slightly over a year, and recon is about 3/4 of a year. Now where I'm really struggling is the horse transports. 3,070 days. Yeah, we need more factories on it. Skills and training, guys. Skills and training. That's how we will win this war. Yep, look at that. Efficiency is gonna increase by a full quarter here. So each of the factories that we have is gonna be worth even more. Nice. I mean, remember, if we get enough stockpile, these guys are going to be turned into an entirely new infantry army, and that's going to be where we profit most. Okay, so we got you. These are way ahead of time. Conversion speed bonus, I couldn't give a damn. Construction 2 would be good, and it gives a bonus to construction, but only 3%. Thinking of lowering the decay factor 25%. I'm thinking fuel. It's something that we really need to take care of. Excavation. Or we could just start dealing with the radios and get a bit of bonus. Or the daily political power gain. Point one might not seem that much, but it will make a massive difference. It's about 36 per year, so it's one minister basically. And we need the radios. We definitely need the radios. And these ones are ahead of time. We'll deal with construction later. So HQ communications. Maintaining high quality contact with subordinate units is essential for any operation. Well, actually no, we can do this one later. Let's go with construction. We don't have enough factories anyway. Modernizing our tools and equipment will further aid our construction efforts. So all buildings, construction speed. Yeah, we have to do that one because we have a huge plan for factories anyway. And we scheduled currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's 11, 12, 13, and then 4 more here. Yeah, we are nowhere near where we need to be. So it was up to us to get the factories up and running, and then we can deal with the rest. Yeah, I don't want to build it in the Pas-de-Calais because this one is going to be overrun as the first one. Same with Alsace. Those are very vulnerable areas for us, so let's not risk too much here. Okay, our energy is increasing. We can modify the government now. Aircraft designer, huh? Could get Fuga. Research speed. No. Industrial research speed. The Blomberg-Fritsch affair. After Hitler has revealed his expansionist and violent plans to his generals, he faced unexpected resistance, especially in the person of Werner von Blomberg, Minister of War, Werner von Fritsch, Commander-in-Chief of the Army, and Konstantin von Neurath, Foreign Minister. After Blomberg married Margaret Grün in January 1948 in a small circle, Hitler was a best man. Reports appeared which described her as a former prostitute. Hitler seized his chance and wanted to get rid of Blomberg and asked him to annul the marriage. Blomberg refused and finally had to resign, dismissed with a golden handshake of 50,000 Reichsmark. Hitler wanted to avoid further scandals at all costs, and so the designated successor Fritsch was toppled by rumors of his alleged homosexuality. He was rehabilitated a short time later, but did not get his old position back. On 3rd February 1938, Hitler demanded Fritsch's resignation, and on the 5th of February, he announced in a cabinet meeting that the two generals Blomberg and Fritsch had resigned for health reasons. Okay, well, what can you do? After we get this infrastructure effort, we will revamp. Yeah, we might actually revamp this right now, because we might want to build factories elsewhere. Oh. And that's an issue. So wait, where are we getting it? Normandy, Aquitaine, Poitiers, and Brittany. So Brittany will be good. Poitiers. Okay, so we can build and 3 in here and 3 in here. Yep, that should be fine. So let's see. Industrial effort. You cannot be in a crisis. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, we're still using a bit of food every day, but we're gaining quite a lot of fuel. Because saving aircraft purchase. Yep, 40, 50. 5 Normandies over here. Okay, let's put another army factory over there so that we have it done. Cool. Well, we can build. Wait, we could. Paris, ironically, doesn't have the best civilian infrastructure. Research grants. To galvanize our national research production, we could give merit grants to our best scientist teams. Advance in technology can give us the edge that we need the most. Nice. Okay, how are we doing here? Do we have... Yep, we actually have enough on recon now. And we are starting to boost our production on the white anti-tank. It's looking like we might definitely have the next factory, but we're gonna get to about 1 per day. And with the extra factories, that could give us about 1.5 per day. Meaning, till the war, we will produce roughly about 700 extra. Okay, while the shooting was finished. So if we wanted to do what we wanted here, how many would we need? That's actually fairly in line with what we wanted to do. Okay, and if we wanted to switch one of you to medium artillery, would we have enough? Oh, we're not producing medium artillery? What? I was under the impression that we did. Oh no, we're producing only light and heavy. Okay, so no switching to medium then. And it actually tells us a new story about the research, because we want this one, and we can ignore the medium one. Well, that's fine by me. You give a bonus to hard attack and piercing, which is good. And these suck. Piercing 22. Can we modify it to get a better result out of it? Okay, carriage would increase reliability. Jesus Christ, they really went down on reliability. Yeah, but look at the demands. We could increase the piercing by 3.3. It's no good because unless we get... But I mean, on the other hand, our best tank that we have, the B1 BICE, has an armor of 30. So piercing would have to be 30, but still, that one should be way better than anything the Germans have available at this point. Okay, let's end this episode by choosing a new technology here for our navy. So wait, we did what? No, that's a convoy doctor. We did, we did the ladder shooting, which is not here. It's actually over here. This one is ahead of time, but the one that's not is the separating the fire mains. Okay, that gives us an extra damage control, which is very good, increase in reliability. We won't be able to do the interwar subdivisions anyway, but chance to receive critical hit and effect of a critical hit are both lowered by 5%. By separating the main water lines around the ship, the probability of a hit rendering the ship completely unable to fight fires is much reduced. Fine by me. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.